bringing in that their language really is important because it helps them excel, because sometimes when they go home, their parents might know what the word is if it's a vocabulary word in Spanish, but if you bring home the English word, they don't. And sometimes people are thinking, oh, they just don't want to help. They want nothing to do with this. They don't want to learn our language. And I found out last year that wasn't the case. And many of them, they were having a hard time reading, and they felt embarrassed about it, but having different workshops and things with the parents and showing them, no, you're able to do a picture walk, ask them questions about this. It empowered the parents, because sometimes I noticed my students were the parents. They were the ones that were running the show at home. And, oh, I don't need to do this homework because, and the parents just would go with what the child would say because the child would be the English speaker, well, better than the parent. But now having the people are able to do, the other colleagues are doing the same thing, sending things home in Spanish, translating things the best that we can with limited Spanish that we know. But a lot of the children, it's interesting, they get a kick out of when you introduce a vocabulary word in Spanish first before you do the English. I have my English children, they're like trying to guess what that word means, and a lot of them, they start looking at the formation of the word and looking at how, oh, well, that reminds me of this word, and they go into the different roots of the word, which is nice because then it's bringing them back to how we can decode different words for meaning and look at different structures of the word. For them, I have their vocabulary is always in two different. It's in the Spanish and it's in the English for them, the best that I can, and their parents know I'm trying the best I can. And then they also have different cards on their desk. So if they're not understanding a topic, they pull their card out so I know, okay, something's going on. Usually it's because I'm talking way too fast. And I always have to say, they'll put the card, I'm like, oh, thank you, because I didn't realize I was talking that fast. The other thing is that they do a lot of small groups, and I pull them in the small group, and my English language learners, knowing that they're not having that support of an English speaking parent at home, they're usually my morning group, and I usually work with them 3 days in the morning for about an hour, and it's our breakfast club. So we usually have cereal, and we're talking through maybe it's literacy that week, maybe it's math, maybe it's a science concept, just getting them to verbalize and getting them used to that structure. So that's another strategy that I use that's helped them. Trying to think. I use my assistant a lot, and we have our interpreter once a week, so I'm able to use her as well, and to help communicate messages to the parents, so the parents are understanding what's going on in the classroom and how they can help at home. Those are just some of the things I do.
Okay.